Hey guys, it's your boy Mark back with another video here to give you yet another 2021 TV show thoughts. And this is for the 2-episode HBO documentary miniseries Tiger. Now, Tiger is basically a mini documentary series about Tiger Woods. 2 episodes, both of them are 90 minutes long, which makes this whole thing 3 freaking hours long. Your boy actually just got done watching episode 1. This whole 90-minute documentary, and he has a whole 90 minutes to go. And your boy will also give his thoughts on episode 2 after he's watched it. I figured since I just watched episode 1 of Tiger, I would, say everything I think of episode 1 or part 1 being that I just watched it and being that it's still fresh in my head, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, of course, your boy will still watch part 2 immediately after he finishes. I might take a little break after I record this, and then after, in this same recording, in this same video, your boy, will stop, and then you'll hear your boy's thoughts on episode 2 after he watches that whole 90-minute episode in this very same audio video, you know what I mean? Okay, yeah. Tiger. So Tiger, of course, it's basically follows the career and life of the legendary golfer Tiger Woods. I always admired Tiger Woods. I do respect him. I do enjoy golf. Actually, I love golf. I actually played golf back when I was 12, and I love mini golf. Actually. I love mini golf way more than the actual golf, honestly. But Tiger Woods, I respect, I admire. I don't have the fullest knowledge of him, but this documentary showed me he was a dang big star, man. This documentary actually reminded me of Stone Cold Steve Austin Bottom Line, that WWE documentary, and it was like how it showed him as a big star in the 90s and all that. I wasn't able to experience it myself, being that I was born in 1998, but Tiger Woods, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, was just all over the globe, man. You heard about his father and how it was his father's dream, basically, for Tiger Woods to become the greatest golfer of all time. And how the Tiger Woods was called the next Michael Jordan. I watched this on Neon, by the way, since I still have the free trial. So that your boy can get some more of these up. While he still can, of course. It was what I really enjoyed about this part 1 of the documentary. Of course, is seeing all this old footage. I mean, you saw footage from frickin' 1978. When Tiger Woods was 2, talking about his passion for golf. That is crazy, and just seeing all that old footage is so fascinating to me. And just to see Tiger Woods, and there's so much footage of Tiger Woods winning so many golf games, to the roar of the crowd, man, every time. It's just awesome to see, and it's nice. It's really awesome to get into his personal life too. Actually, I'm not trying to sound weird, I hope, by saying that, but you see his first ever girlfriend talk about him, and you see Dina, that's his first girlfriend's name. She has home video footage of Tiger Woods, and that is so cool. That was just so cool to see, and it was nice hearing that, Tiger Woods, just seeing Tiger Woods act like a normal person on camera, when he didn't have to, act like how a celebrity has to, I assume has to act and all that, and that was just so cool, and, you could consider this spoilers. I mean, it is a real life thing. Can you say it's real life spoilers, man? It was shocking because Tiger Woods actually broke up with Dina via letter, in a letter, saying, I don't want to hear from you again, I wish you the best in life. And if Dina is pissed off, I understand why, honestly. And like, yeah, I won't lie. What I was really kind of excited to get into this documentary for, which I think there's a good chance it'll go into that on part 2 when I watch that, of course, is all the sex addiction stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to hearing about. I hope that's in part 2 of this documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but whatever happens in part 2 of this documentary series, of course, your boy will give his thoughts on it. Hopefully, your boy will be saying, "Oh man, I love." Hopefully, and I'm quoting, hopefully, my future self saying like, "Oh man, it was so cool hearing about all this sex addiction stuff." Hopefully, your boy will be saying that, and his father was his idol. It was like nice to hear that, even if like his father, I guess like they were like was hard on him or stuff like that, was tough and all that, and like how his father would have loved to have like been there in games that he won after he passed and all that. Rest in peace to Earl Woods. I never heard of Earl Woods until I've watched this documentary, to tell the truth, but he was the father of Tiger Woods, of course, and rest in peace to him. And part 1 of this documentary actually ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger. You see this kind of hot chick sit down. She doesn't say anything. We kind of just look at her, and she's like, she says something like, "So what do you want me to say, or what do you want me to talk about?" And then it cuts the credits. 90 minutes. I won't lie, the last like half hour of this documentary, of part 1 of this documentary, I kind of lost focus. I won't lie, and was looking on my phone a lot. It's weird because it sounded like I was like praising this whole documentary, and what I got from this, it was cool, of course, but I'm gonna be real, man. I might give it like a 6 out of 7. Like if I'm judging just part 1, who knows? Maybe part 2 will hold my attention more, and then once I rate part 2, maybe it'll change my overall rating for this series so far, of course. But anyway, that's what your boy thinks of part 1 of Tiger, and now he will stop this recording, and in this same review, of course, you're about to hear what he thinks of part 2 of Tiger. In real life, I'll be taking a little bit of a break before going to do that, probably, and right now. And over 90 minutes later, because I did pause a few times, your boy has watched part 2 of Tiger. Now, so what did your boy think of part 2? I won't lie, I barely noticed that it finished. I won't lie, I did get distracted again near the end of this documentary, and then it's weird because they were like talking about like his comeback after some messed up stuff that happened in his life, and I didn't even really notice that it ended, and it was just on the play screen, you know what I mean? But anyway, part 2 of Tiger, I liked so much more than part 1, honestly. I did say before I watched it that I hoped that they would go on and talk about his stuff, and they didn't talk about it maybe quite as much as I wanted to, but maybe more than I expected, realistically, you know what I mean? And I'm happy about that. Alright, they did talk about, that was like the first thing they talked about, his infidelity, his all of his sexual relations with like 14 different women. They talked, that was the first thing they talked about practically, for about half of this, half of part 2, man. And the hot chick I was talking about that showed up at the end of part 1, kind of like a cliffhanger, her name is Rachel. I think it's Rachel something. I did get distracted by other stuff, I'm sorry. Rachel Uchitel. I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering that name. Born January 29th, 1975. So she is 46. I love MILFs, but anyway, yep, she was like the main like mistress, I guess, or at least that's what she thinks. And like she was talking about how like like it was like when you heard about all these, it's like we were showing this from like her perspective, you know what I mean? And then it turns out he was like with like lots of other women, and it was like he was telling them the same thing. Honestly, it kind of hit hard for me. It honestly, kind of reminded of me and my thing with Alona. Honestly, how one of the women was like, I'm in love with Tiger Woods," and like I feel that way, with Alona. That kind of hit hard, and like especially about how like it seemed like Tiger Woods was like heartlessly like cutting off like friends of his that he's known for like 20 years. Honestly, makes him, and he probably is a nice person overall, but for that, if he did that, he sounds like, for that move, I still respect Tiger Woods and like love him as an athlete. Real dick move, alright? Like, that's pathetic, man. Like, and then like it was talking about his downfall, like back in 2017, like he thought like everything was just over after he got pulled over May 2017. And it was like, dang. And but like I wouldn't like, I did feel sorry for him, like to see him like that. I don't want to see him like that, even despite what he did. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway. And like it did talk about his comeback. Like I said, this is where like my attention kind of regretfully kind of drifted away. But I was happy for him, to see that he made some type of comeback, And like overall, it was a fine documentary miniseries. I probably wouldn't watch it again anytime soon. But I'd probably give part 2 a 7 out of 10. Because I was really happy that they talked about like the sex stuff, because that sounded interesting to me. As silly as that might sound. But yeah, Tiger, if you're a big Tiger Woods fan, I would recommend checking this out. I don't have like the biggest knowledge of golf at all. I do enjoy golf. It doesn't mean I know much about it. So if you're a big fan of Tiger Woods, or you know a lot about golf, then I would recommend this. You probably would enjoy this a lot more than me. I still like it though. I give it a 7 out of 10. And yeah. That's both for part 2 and probably this documentary miniseries as a whole. Yeah. Anyway, March 26, 2021, your boy has uploaded and done his thoughts for Tiger 2021 TV show thoughts. So yeah. Anyway, that's your boy's thoughts on Tiger. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I think I already said, if you want to check this out, then you should go check it out. And yeah. So peace out, y'all. I'll see you later.